Anyways, hello everybody. How's it going? Welcome in. Welcome. Anybody got anything fun going on? Anything coming up soon that they would like to talk about? We'll start with Striker because he's all alone on the top row
Damn,
I
looks
got
like you got
nuggies.
favorite
stream
up there.
setup.
You got who
That's
to do
about
what
it.
now?
I got nuggies. That's about it.
Oh, here.
It's huge.
I got,
I got nothing
milkshake.
important
My
going
throat's
on right
gonna
now.
be Fucked.
I'm the most boring streamer right now.
Oof.
No, that's me,
That's
homie.
not true. That's literally me.
Nah, shut up.
No, I've been doing nothing but Baldur's Gate, and I'm very excited for
Hey, there's nothing
all the
wrong.
Liza, like a fucking Liza P coming out soon.
Oh,
Why's it penis? What?
oh my god. I've been watching people play Liza P and it's just like
It looks so sick.
I need to restrain myself. I need to.
Bro, Evan's live
free on
right now,
Game
and I want to go
Pass.
watch. I'm pissed.
What is Evan doing?
He's playing Liza P.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I wish-
good.
I
but
I'm
that
just
and then
never
all like the
so bad.
Nintendo Direct stuff, I'm excited for that. Just getting ready for TwitchCon,
Bro.
which is in like a month.
When we were watching Nintendo Direct the other day, and I was just like floored by how many RPGs Nintendo is coming with.
Dude, I know, like freaking Unicorn Overload.
Holy
That one
shit!
looks so good.
That looks so cool.
I think there was only like 2 RPGs I was just like, towards. Every other one was amazing.
I was like,
Mhm.
whoa.
It was
And
just
then
rapid
I only
fire.
caught like the highlights of the Nintendo Direct. I watched part of the Sony State of Play, but
Mhm.
dude, it was pretty mid except for fucking Spider-Man and
Mhm.
freaking FF7 Rebirth.
Oh.
Holy
Mhm.
shit! Oh my god! Like I coomed in my pants because I saw Vincent and I heard him. I'm like, oh!
I'm just saying, fucking Paper Mario made me very happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can finally actually play
your
a Mario
reaction was
game.
so funny. Your reaction was so funny.
I've never played Super Mario RPG. I've never
Really?
played. Yeah, I've never played a Paper Mario game, so this is a great time for me to get into them.
They're
Mhm.
pretty
Well,
fun.
If you have the Switch like online or whatever, you should be able to.
You
Play
can play
them
the
on
N64
the-
one.
Yeah, you can play them on the emulator.
The N64 one
What-
is still holds up.
It was a really good fucking Mario brand game. Fucking Luigi's Mansion 2.
But the 1,000-year door.
Yep, Luigi's Mansion 2 is coming out.
These
Yep.
Mansions 2 HD.
Yup.
HD, yes. They
Nice.
had to put
HD.
HD there.
God, I
HD.
fucking love Luigi's Mansion 2 so much.
Such a good game.
Oh.
And I'm
Oh,
sorry,
well.
Zeph, what did you say? You had said something. It just kind of got censored or suppressed. Okay,
Huh?
good
Who?
talk.
What?
Oh,
Zeph.
Huh? What?
I don't know, you had said something and then you got suppressed because everyone else was talking.
I was just like, I don't fucking remember, dude. I like,
Okay.
I'm just here.
Okay.
I've got a few opportunities in the email that I've got to fucking figure out. One of them though is Only One, the charity organization that specifically works for like helping the oceans and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Fuck yeah, based.
They have reached out to me and want to collaborate on stuff. So that's getting set up. Also going to be collaborating with another charity shortly. I have a meeting with them this week. So 2 big charity streams coming up, as
Massive.
well as I have had a... God, where the fuck is the message? I was offered a chance to demo a game called We Stay Behind. Which seems really, really fucking cool. We've also got a lot of cool stuff cooking up for Persona D&D here, which you can catch every Saturday over at twitch.tv/Velcria. Or, if you can't watch it live, watch the VODs over at the Dashcast on YouTube.
We're
Our
up to
session
episode 7,
1...
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Up to episode 7.
Up to episode
we're
7,
gonna-
the rest of them
we're gonna
are
catch up
popping
this
out
week.
by this week.
And all the
My
YouTube
dog's
playlists get updated
everywhere.
on my channel. I think Vel's channel as
Yep.
well.
I have a playlist on my channel, Striker has a playlist.
Mm-hmm.
There are no excuses not to be caught up.
Yep.
If you just need a great time to fucking sit and have something to listen to, that's a lot of fun to listen to, highly recommend the Dashcast YouTube channel, Persona D&D VODs. Pretty
Mhm.
great. Session 1 just hit 220 views.
Freaking absolutely insane.
Fucking session 0 is almost at 200 views. The rest of them are getting close to 100 views. Thank you so much for that. Thanks for letting Dashing's YouTube, the Dashcast, hit 60 followers? Almost 70?
65 right now.
Real close to 70 followers over there. It's fucking
Getting
wild, dude.
close. Getting close.
Guys,
Gotta get him to
all
join
that
the Hundo
matters is
game with
literally
me.
just you click a button and that's it.
Literally,
Yeah.
you just gotta click
It's
a button,
free.
and then there's a cool bell right next to that button. So every time we upload a Persona VOD, you know.
32 minutes ago, somebody commented on session 2 and said, "This was amazing."
Yay! Let's go. What was session 2 again?
Session 2 was when we all met, or like right after we all met.
Yes.
Yeah, I was pretty shortly after. Yeah.
We still didn't really trust each other, but it was right after we all met.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah,
have something,
session
actually.
2 was crying over spilled tea.
Yep.
Basically.
Yup.
I forgot I do have something actually to announce. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
The fucking announce it.
I had to go back and look at my stuff. On the 21st, I'm participating in a Mario Party tournament over on Banshee Boo's channel.
Ooh.
Hey, let's go.
With like, God, how many people is? I think it's like, I want to say at least 16 games of 4 people each. So like 16 groups of 4 people each. So what is that, like 60, 70 people? Something like that. And it's just a multiple like bracket tournament of Mario Party. And I'm excited a little bit.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I don't do shooter tournaments. I do these stupid ones.
I've actually
should
been
do
trying to
me
toy
instead.
around with the concept of a Valorant charity thing.
Ooh.
That
Ooh.
was gonna be a lot of work though, because it's multiple days.
Mm-hmm. Sheesh.
Final thing. Glitch
Yeah?
Energy. Glitch Energy. Use code VEL for 20% off all Glitch products.
Mm-hmm.
You
Cheers.
can't see it, but there's a sticker right here. Glitch Energy.
The thing up
It's right
in the
over
top.
here.
Fuck what? Right corner? I don't know. What directions?
Yeah.
Right.
it's that way.
Yeah. Dashing's left.
That way?
The screen's right.
Yeah.
Whatever direction Dashing is pointing in.
Mm-hmm.
Stage left.
He's the only one with hands in this collaboration.
I mean, all you guys have to do is just scroll up.
True.
Stage left.
Yeah. Stage
Yep.
left. Right
Stage
next to
left.
Striker's head.
Yep.
Look, I know I have a big head, but damn.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I got the bigger head, man.
it's actually kind of funny because like the way your ears are like sitting, it kind of looks like the Glitch Fox. So it's like pretty accurate.
Final announcement. September 23rd, because I feel like we should be caught up with VODs by then.
We will
September
be.
23rd, 8 p.m. EST over here, we will be doing a live session with our very first guest ever on Persona D&D. And coming up, might have a weird coincidence of the players playing the characters that are playing characters.
Yep.
More information will come over time, but yeah, first guest coming up. We've got a whole bunch of guests that we're talking with, trying to line up. So it's gonna get real interesting in our quirky little world.
Yes. I feel like Persona D&D is about to get
Pop
some
the fuck off.
interesting stuff happen in your world. Whew. Dang. Vel, you're rattling off all the announcements today. Holy shit.
Hey, I actually prepared myself for fucking once.
But,
Crazy.
you know, that's
Save some
fine.
for me, jeez.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Also,
what you got going on?
Give me a
Yeah.
sec.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
What that?
Damn.
Happy
Go on.
5 months since we first came up with the concept of Persona D&D, by the way,
Yep.
Dashing.
Yep. It has been
It has
almost
been-
exactly.
Yep. I was like fucking around April 9th is when we did it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
April 9th is when we started spitballing that idea. It's been
First
5
session.
months. Holy shit.
May 27th was the first session, by the way.
Holy
And we're in
shit.
September, guys.
Oh, that's
Damn.
so weird to think about.
Damn.
That
You
makes
know what else I
me
just
so
realized?
Hmm.
We'll have what's this week's episode? 12. Session
This is 12.
14. assuming session 14 is still happening on the 30th, it'll be the day right before my birthday.
Woo!
Let's go.
We're gonna have a
So D&D right
celebration.
before the bidet.
It'll be
And
a
that's what we
whole
love to hear.
celebration party. So don't forget to hop in for that stream. Say happy birthday to Zeph, aka Cyrus Blackwood.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming they share the
anyway.
same birthday.
Speaking of cool things, you know what's really cool? Our DM dashing.
Persona D&D, brought to you by
Me.
me.
Brought to you by me.
Um,
I'm the sponsor. It's self-sponsor. Go follow me.
yes, the self-sponsor, the enigmatic
The dash.
Zeph.
I took that as enigma for a second instead of enigmatic.
Well, I mean, technically an enigmatic. It's close enough.
Potato, potato.
You know. Anyway, all right. Zeph, you didn't get a chance to go. Do you have anything going on? Anything fun happening?
I just kind of came back from like a impromptu 2-week break because I was fucking busy as shit.
Mhm.
So I'm back streaming. Yay.
Yay.
Right. Love to
I
see
still
it.
have my little fundraiser going on. I've extended a little bit. So still raising money for some fun debut stuff, but also like, you know, I'm gonna start planning on getting a debut date settled.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Here for it.
Otherwise, I'm just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
Yeah, a little short king.
So
All right.
I.
So, announcements out of the way.
Tweet is
Everything
out.
all caught up. The tweet is tweeted
Just now.
just
Yep.
now.
I accidentally put Zane
So-
in there, even though he's not in here, but it's fine.
That's fine.
We love Zane.
Yeah. It's just that little extra jab to remind him that
Yeah.
he's not here.
I almost tagged him. I was like, hey, asshole. We miss you.
God.
I
So,
like the looming striker shadow in the back.
It's just
Yeah.
like I am here.
so it's time for Persona D&D. Personin time, baby. It's that time of the week again. We're a little behind this week, but you know, it's okay. We're not upsetty spaghetti about it because we have a lot going on. We were off for, a week. You got to catch up. So, last time on Persona D&D, emotional trauma.
Yeah.
I don't really know how else to start.
Yeah.
Where do you even begin? I mean, I guess it didn't start with emotional trauma. It started kind of funny, with the finger gunsing and talking about dick size. I'm sorry, sword sizes and the like. Striker
Who?
sent.
There you go.
I said striker, and I meant to say sent.
Who
I'm.
sent? I only know. Oh, sorry. Who's striker?
Whoa. Yeah,
Omnipotent
So-
voice. You gotta get your shit together, buddy.
my shit is not together.
You're
I can tell
doing
you
great,
that right now.
omnipotent
You're
voice.
doing great, sweetheart.
Doing phenomenal.
Your words of encouragement mean nothing to me, but I appreciate
the
them all
fuck?
the same.
Damn. Fuck. Omnipotent voice. Why are you so
The
freaking,
rose
like, down and
rapier
dirty
into
today?
the sky.
Oh shit. Anyway, yes, Sent, you got a cool new ability. You went into the Cloud Catacombs and took command of some of your compatriots' personas that they have captured during your adventures into the High Forest. And gained yourself a fun new ability that you haven't fully discovered the aptitudes of yet. Although outside a game, I obviously already told you what it was.
Yes, you did.
But still, that'll be fun as you explore that within the game itself. You guys have talked with Istis a little more about the things going on, about what she can or can't do for you a little more in depth, and it seems like the transferring of essences of personas seems like it's a lot easier than you thought it would be. You then made your way back to the academy, and you guys kind of split off from here. Split the party. But it's fine, because you're in the academy. What could possibly go wrong, right? Absolutely
Right.
nothing.
A lot of things, actually.
Absolutely nothing could go wrong.
Right.
Cyrus and Cinna, you guys went off to train. Cyrus kicked your butt, Cinna. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I did.
Avrith stayed with Chemo and Komi and got his own training with a little extra time. That was some big brain extra question play on his end on that part. Scent, however, you went to see Bernie. You wanted to catch up with her because you know that your impending deal with Alessandra is needing an answer. And you wanted to have a conversation with Bernie, a real conversation about the goings on, what she really thinks, and the like. However, upon seeing her, you hugged her only to feel a reaction from your soul key from her. And you decided to start the dark hour, activate the key, and enter into Bernie's palace alone. It was dark, cold, foggy, rainy, literally no visibility whatsoever. You made your way through and ended up finding a stone wall, and following that along a wooden door that was locked. Trying to enter in, you were met by someone all too familiar to you, who was later revealed to be yourself. In this time, on the outside of the palace, Cinna, you realized the dark hour had begun, and you ran full tilt, telling Cyrus to stay behind, to cover your tracks, to cover, your sudden disappearance during training, to which he did, in whatever form that takes Cyrus to do. And you made your way to Bernie's room, where you know that Scent was, just to make sure that it wasn't Scent who activated the dark hour, only to your dismay that it was. And then you too used your soul key to enter into the palace yourself. The two of you now traveling kind of through the rain and fog, realizing that both of you are now within the palace, meeting up. You tricked the palace Scent into believing that Cinna was another delusion, another fake, and just allowed you in, leading you down through the prison to meet with Bernice Stregolorna. Very despondent, very hurt looking, very afraid of you. She recoiled at almost everything you did, and only being referred to by this delusional Scent, the Siren of the Mist. You quickly made your way out of the room, Cinna, and down the hall, only to find that Scent had made his own way into the palace, tricking some of the guards within after disguising himself as the delusional Scent, and ended up finding Scent with a book of memories that apparently the delusional Cinna and Scent like to take as a part of their enjoyment, something to look back on fondly. Although for you guys, that was not fond. What you saw was a twisted, manipulated version of events that you didn't believe what was taking place. Of controlling, of just straight up almost evil, in a sense. Making you rethink everything in your relationship with Bernie itself. And it seems like it shook both of you to some semblance of a core, and you both left the palace, running out, grabbing your clothes, but still soaking wet. You made your way out of the palace, only to be reappearing in front of Bernie outside of the palace, time restarting, dressed as Warden, soaking wet. Very hilarious. Trying to convince Bernie that, hey, we're, why did you do that? Oh man, the bucket of water fell on me. Now I'm all soaked. And Bernie was very confused, she ran away in kind of a huff, unsure of what is going on, and just believing that everything that you were there to do in that moment was just to play a joke on her. And she pushed you out of the way, sent, and ran away. And that is where we ended game. And that is where we are starting game. Cinna and Sent, you are standing there in the doorway. You just watched Bernie run down the hall, and you heard the front doors of the student council office slam shut. Well, not the office, the dorms, I'm sorry. You heard the dorms door slam shut as the footsteps receded further. You hear different voices down the hall say, What's going on? What was that? Oh, why are there puddles everywhere out here? What the heck is going on? Somebody call maintenance. Must be a spill somewhere. And they go back to their tidings. What are you guys doing?
Slumped, sitting against the wall, head in hands.
Yeah, if there's any objects or anything in the hall besides the wall, Scent is just thrashing everything. Punching walls, just pissed.
Mm-hmm.
Just head in his hands, doesn't know what the fuck to do right now. Yeah. Probably for a good while they'll be like that.
Okay. So you guys are doing that, having this moment. You do hear a door open up further down the hall, and you just hear, "Whoever's making that racket, I'm trying to work." And the door closes. And whether or not you stop, that's up to you.
Is that direction out of the dorms or
It's within the
deeper in?
dorms. It's deeper within the dorms. It's like somebody is in a room further down, and they were probably working, doing school stuff or whatever. But you were, thrashing things, hitting things, and that, makes noise. And they were getting a little annoyed at the noise, so they just kind of like shouted in the hall, like, "Hey, whoever's doing that, could you please stop?"
Is there a way out through that other direction? Like out of the dorms?
to go to the front entrance? Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
opposite way. Yeah.
All right. He's just going to just storm past that direction.
Okay.
And when he passes that door, he's just going to kick it as hard as he can and keep walking.
Yeah, you definitely can. Are you leaving the dormitory?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cinna, you are just staying there?
Yenna's trying not to have a mental breakdown right now.
Okay. All right. So, Sen, what is your current heading? Where are you going?
Today's Saturday, right?
It is. It's getting later into Saturday, but it is still Saturday for now.
He's going to storm just down past the front entrance.
Mhm.
And, any bars open?
Yeah.
Nearest
Yep.
one.
Okay. So, you begin to make your way out into the general district, the greater, academic city, to find a open bar to drink at.
Mm-hmm.
Cyrus, you are at the training grounds. You were training with Cinna, kicking her butt, wiping the floor with her, working off your own steam that has been building within you over the last week and a half, over the last day even of what you experienced with Leo. And all of a sudden the dark hour hits. And Cinna, in a huff, in a rush, tells you, "Stay here and cover me. I need to make sure that Scent and Bernie are okay. I need to make sure that this wasn't them. And she goes hauling ass off in a direction, and you are left alone to your own devices in the training hall. However, not too much longer passes, so you're not really able to really do anything, like mess with
Mhm.
anybody, and time restarts. And you are in the training hall. There are people training around you, but you are now without a partner. And you see as Athos is walking over and says, "Ah, Cyrus, where did Cinna go? I thought that I saw her here training with you."
Oh, she had to, you know, go to the little tigress's room.
Ah, yes, she always had a problem with her bladder when she was younger, too. uh,
I think she also said she was going to wrap it up for the evening, so it's just me now.
well, that's a shame. Well, then, if you are feeling up to it, how about a marathon?
Uh, um, uh, as great as that sounds right now, I think I should probably go eat something or, rain check,
There
rain check.
there is no greater food than training.
You're right, but also, when I get hungry, I don't perform at my peak. And, I gotta be at my peak in order to get stronger, right?
Performance and peak. Yes. Yes. Yes, go, young Cyrus. Get to the cafeteria. Post haste. Eat the biggest meal you can, and then meet me back here at, and he, like, looks at his wrists. I don't wear watches. I will meet you here at the crack of dawn, and we will run 5 laps around the academic city.
Cool. Sounds like a plan. Okay.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Also, hold on one second.
Mhm.
Out of character. Hold on one second. I'm gonna
Yeah.
unplug my mic real quick.
Okay.
Blame this.
Alright,
Oh
does that
yeah,
better?
just real quick
Yeah.
at the bar. He's only gonna be there for like a couple hours.
Okay.
Not long.
Okay.
Cool.
Yes, your mic does sound better.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Don't know why it does that. I need to get. Sorry. There we go.
All good.
Mhm.
All good.
Cool.
So, you make your exit from the training ground. Where are you going?
Um. Am I in any sort of general area where I would have seen Scent running off into the academy city, or the academic city?
He's not really running. It's more
Or
of
like,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's easy enough. The training grounds is next to the entrance, so it would be easy enough to see him kind of trail out into the city itself. If you are, walking after him, obviously he'll get to his destination by the time you catch up to him. But if you
Mhm.
want to try to catch up to Sen in the middle of his excursion into the city, you can for sure do that too.
I think I'll just, follow him. No immediate rush.
Okay. Yeah. So he heads off into the academic city. You kind of follow loosely behind. Um, you're going to a bar. You're going to a bar. The closest bar is the Crowbar.
I swear to fucking God. I
Let me
love
guess.
all of
It has
the
a
names
giant
Destiny
crow
has
as its
come up.
logo.
It does.
Yes.
It does. There's a big crow that sits atop that adorns the very front of this very old-looking building. The architecture is very sleek in design. It's made with dark mahogany wood. Kidding. Yeah, so you walk in to the Crowbar, and there is a human man kind of standing there at a podium. He's cleaning glasses, and he looks up and he goes, "Ah, welcome to the Crowbar. Is your first time here?"
Yeah. It is nice establishment. I like the giant crow.
Yeah,
Um,
it's my own design. I made it myself. I used to be a woodmaker in the back of the day.
Oh, that's awesome. Sorry to cut the conversation short, but have you Have you seen a pretty large Leonin come in here at all?
Sulkin looking fella.
Sure.
Yeah, he's over by the bar. He already ordered a drink, I think. You can find him over there. Wendy can help you out. That's my wife.
Cool. Thank you, sir. I'll be sure to
Right.
talk there.
All right. So yeah, you can go over to the bar. What kind of drink are you ordering? Sent? Did you get low quality, medium quality, kind of top shelf kind of deal? What you got going on?
Whatever your strongest thing is, leave the bottle.
All right. Wendy will slide you a bottle and say, "You really look like you need a drink, honey, but try not to overdo it." And she passes you the bottle.
Hmm.
Cyrus, you can now approach, now officially catching up to Scent, and he is in the middle of pouring his first drink.
Sen? Hey, what happened?
You just see him lift up his drink to try and like to take a drink out of it, and his hands are just shaking. He's just continues to drink it until it's gone and just slams it down. Still hand on the glass. Doesn't say anything to you.
Oh God. I'll sit down next to Sen.
Mhm.
To is me either his left or right, whichever is the seat's open.
Either one, yeah.
She's got one, doesn't she?
Yeah. She does. And my sister and I are the ones guarding her. Not in a good way.
That's rough, buddy.
I'm sorry. Just that's rough, buddy. Makes me laugh. I'm sorry.
No, I did it on purpose.
I hate
Thanks,
you.
Zuko.
Yes.
He just pours himself another drink
Mhm.
and just drops another glass down, passes it over.
Yeah. I'll pour myself a drink too.
It's a prison. She feels locked in a prison. And Cinna and I are the wardens.
Oof. That's well, I can't say I can relate 100%, but I think you and I are in quite a tumultuous time internally right
Right.
now. And
On the whatever opposite side of you, like whichever side you sat on, is just a book. And he's just gonna be kind of just playing with it with his offhand. And then just opens it. Is there anything in that book?
Outside of the palace, it is just writing. So it's like the depiction of the story, not the whole, pop-up hologram picture book.
Okay. He's just gonna skim it for a sec, like confirm what it is, and just pass it over. That's something that we saw. That what Cinna and I thought was a good moment. But she does not see it that way. At least her palace doesn't. He just slams another drink.
I'll skim through it and get up to speed on everything.
It does take you a minute because, reading does take
Yeah.
some time, but easy enough. Easy enough.
I'll finish with the drink I had after reading through all that.
Okay.
Ouch. Look, I don't really know what I can say right now that's going to be able to help make you feel better, because there's just not enough information we have to really understand why Bernie feels the way she does, or how she perceives these things as she does. But you're not alone. Both you and Senna aren't.
I don't feel like Senna will want to fix this palace either. Not by going inside of it either. The way that everything was depicted in there seems like it should be helped on the outside. But I don't know how to break into Bernie. Like talking to her about these things. That going in the palace might be the only way.
I agree. And if we have to do it without Senna because she can't handle it, then so be it. But that's a discussion for another time.
I don't even know if she wants to or not, but I know her. And I know that I don't know. I don't feel she would want to.
I don't want to be that guy. But I don't mean to push these thoughts into your brain. But maybe there's some kind of truth to be seen in her palace. I'm not saying that you're at any direct fault, but maybe the way that you've acted around her recently and for the past few years, or how you perceive your relationship with her, hasn't been felt similarly by her. And maybe the best way to handle this is to look internally and take yourself out of your own bias and look at things from a third person's perspective. And that might help to give you some answers. Maybe find out the why, which then can help us figure out the how and how to fix this.
Yeah, you're right.
But jeez. What's that make? 3 palaces now? Oh, shit, dude.
Your friend, our friend. Yours, you know.
Yup. And then there's the high forest, too. God damn. I'm gonna grab the bottle. I'm gonna pour myself another drink. I'm gonna take a swig of it. Not down it, but take a swig.
Yeah.
Oh, it feels like the world's just bending us over and fucking us right in the ass, doesn't it?
This is.
And it's only been 2 weeks.
It's only been 2 weeks. So much has happened.
Well.
What the fuck are we doing?
Oh.
Why does it feel like it's been 20 years, not 2 weeks?
Oh, why's it gotta be us two, man? Like, what do we do? First, we get these cool powers. We feel like we can change people. We can make the world better. And now we get thrown all this traumatic bullshit like it's nothing within a week and a half of fucking school.
And on top of that, school. Fucking.
Oh, don't remind me.
I'm gonna be a political shithead now. in this
I gotta help
disciplinary
you be a
committee.
political shithead.
True, you get all of my work. Get fucked.
If I'm getting fucked, at least we're getting fucked together by life.
You're right.
You hear somebody from down the bar. Make sure they take you out to dinner first.
You want to join
What are you
us?
offering?
The guy just looks over at you and just laughs and goes back to his drinks.
Thank you for coming and checking in.
Yeah, only
I
felt
needed
pretty.
it.
You know what? Bottle's on me. And I'll settle our little debt too.
Consider that settled. Don't worry.
Well, another day tomorrow. Another day to figure out what the hell we're gonna do. Oh
Yeah.
God, I just remembered I agreed to do a marathon with your brother.
Better
Oh, I
sober
shouldn't
up.
drink so much. I need to stop.
Wendy, was it? Do you have any food for him?
Oh, yeah, we have plenty of food here.
Like?
Let's see. And she pulls out a small menu, and it's very bird themed, like dishes, hilariously.
Figures.
But I mean, it's just like named after birds. But yeah, you can get like a like small snack, some crow feed. You could get some different kinds of meals, a larger meal, a medium meal. What are you feeling?
It's just whatever will cure his hangover. Doesn't
I'm not even
matter.
that drunk. I've had a
Yeah.
drink and a half. I'm not gonna have a
Yeah.
hangover.
You're half my size.
I can hold my liquor a little well.
You're already slurring.
No, I'm not. Shut up.
Mhm.
You're slurring.
A few minutes pass, and she just comes back with a plate of food for you, Cyrus.
What is this?
Well,
Like, what's it called? That's what I'm asking. Sorry. I can see that it's food.
it's the house special. It's obviously you can see it's a statue of a crow, but really it's just meatloaf.
I love meatloaf.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Miss Wendy.
You're welcome.
You have some too.
Mm-mm. I want to feel this tomorrow.
You want to or you don't?
I do.
Well, that's your choice to make, but don't carry this burden alone, buddy.
After tonight, we're gonna work for making everybody's palaces better. Everybody's lives better. Starting with yours and Leo's. Barney can
I
wait.
appreciate that. We'll talk about the proper order of things soon. But for now, I'm gonna dig into this crow meatloaf because it looks pretty dang good.
Yeah. It's like it's literally, it looks like a small crow made out of meat, and then like the base for the nest is mashed potatoes.
Oh, that's so good. That sounds actually really good. You're making me hungry right now.
You're welcome.
Now, without further ado, I'm gonna eat this crow.
While he's doing
Devours-
that, Seth's
devours
just gonna look back over the book and kind of study it and kind of look at how she sees him and
Mhm.
Senna. And just kind of just being his own thoughts while just watching Cyrus out of the corner of his eye.
Just absolutely devour this crow.
Training exhausted you that much and made you that hungry, huh?
Oh, I did kick your sister's butt.
Yeah, she probably deserved it a little bit.
Probably, but we won't tell her that. But I've been kind of venting a lot of my own frustrations out through training, because I need to get stronger if I'm gonna face Leo. I think he's gonna be the hardest fight we'll face. even though we haven't faced a lot. Something just tells me he's gonna be a breed apart.
I'm worried.
That's why I'm gonna get
It's-
as strong as I can.
His is going to be the hardest, but Barney's we're gonna be fighting myself and Senna, and Bernie sees us as very strong people.
I think
It's not going to be easy.
we'll have to pace ourselves with both of them.
Mm.
I think, and this is not me being selfish, this is me looking at things objectively.
Mm.
I think Leo poses the more immediate threat to the safety of the continent, if that makes sense.
I agree. Yeah.
Which is weird because it's Leo, but also I think there's more at play behind Leo's actions than what he's letting on.
Leo's is the safety of many. Bernie's is the safety of herself. I'm worried still.
Well, I'll decide what to do next soon.
Hmm.
Because I'd rather not let Leo fester for too long.
I agree.
Anyways, you should try these mashed potatoes. Like, honestly, they are to die for. And I'll hold up
Sure.
a spoon and just offer it to him.
Can both of you make active perception checks, please?
Sure.
Does my new thing apply in here?
It does.
Okay. Well, is it relating to hearing and smell?
It is.
Okay.
That's a huge 19.
It's a fat 19.
That's a huge 19. You guys, that's actually insane. Okay. You're sitting at the bar, which is a little ways away from the entrance of the Crow Bar, but it's not that far away. You kind of still hear people coming and going, people talking around you. And as your conversation with each other is starting to die down a little bit, Sen, you first pick up the smell of what smells like Avrith a little bit, which catches you off guard because you remember Avrith was back training with Komi and Chemo, and it kind of throws you off a little bit. However, you, Cyrus, you have met Avrith's siblings before, Artorias and Artoria. And you hear Artorias talk as he walks in and says, "Is this really the location for that dinner party?" And Artoria says, "Yes, brother. This is where we're supposed to be." And now you can both turn your attention more closely to them, noticing that they've come in if you wish.
Yes.
Okay.
Sen. Those are Avaraf's siblings. They were way too highbrow to be here. You hear what they said?
Yeah, dinner party. Yeah.
You watch as... Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
I was just gonna say that smells all sorts of suspicious.
He's gonna grab the bottle and just kind of tug
Mhm.
on Cyrus's arm. We're gonna find a dark corner.
Okay.
We can just kind of watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pull his hood up.
Um,
Pull my hood up. And just go sit.
Yeah. Go sit in a corner. Yeah, you definitely can. Easy enough. I'm not even gonna make you roll for it because neither of them really know you.
Hmm.
So even if they did see you, it's whatever. So yeah, you can go sit at a table off, and Artorius is talking with the proprietor of the Crowbar, and he says, "I'm looking for a backroom reservation. I don't know if your establishment has that type of thing here." And the man says, "Are you're with Shinami?" And you see Artorius kind of perk up and say, "Ah, so we are at the right location, sister." Notoria turns and kind of scoffs and says, "It's what I've been telling you this whole time. You just don't listen." "Yes, we're here to see Leo Shinami for his dinner party. We've been invited." And the man turns a few more pages and says, "Ah, yes, the Zested twins, Prince and Princess. Very nice to see you both. Welcome. I will show you to your room." And he turns and he leads them both further into the establishment and through a passage of double doors. And you can catch a glimpse, and I'm carrying over your 19 to do this. As you look in, there are about 15 people in that room already, and you do see Leo is in the room.
How close are we to that room? We're not going in, but just how close are we to the room?
You're probably a good, like, if you are like in a corner, the entrance is maybe like 5 or 10 feet, away from you, like another table or two away. And then they went further into this bar, and then they took a turn, so they probably walked like 20, 30 feet away from you to get to the back room.
Mm.
It's not like a massive establishment because it is a bar, but it's a big enough establishment where there's, a sizable room in the back for like a private party.
At this
Cyrus
point, I
is
would
just
just. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Cyrus is gonna look at Sent. We have to see what we can't learn. We have to.
I can hear that way better than I thought I could. Like a lot of things in there. It's not as muffled as it would be.
Okay.
Let's
So
get closer.
yeah. Well, actually, hold on. We should probably try and make sure the owner, or the proprietor rather, doesn't make things difficult for us.
Why don't we stay here at this table for a bit? Short time, just a couple minutes.
I
And
could
then kind
also,
of. Hmm.
I could also go talk to him because, kind of offended. Leo's having a dinner party without his best friend. Huh?
That's a good point.
So I can try and see what I can find out. Push comes to shove, a little bribery goes a long way.
While you do that, while you talk to her, I'll move as close as I can to that room, and I'll be on the outside.
That's good.
Go. Let's go.
All right. So, Sen, you are moving to a closer table.
After Cyrus has a conversation with the person at the bar,
Okay.
and has her distracted, then he's gonna move.
Okay. Are you going to see the man at the front entrance, or are you going to see Wendy at the bar?
Front entrance, because
Front
that's
entrance.
where
Okay.
that's who the twins spoke to.
Yeah. So you can definitely go right up to him, and he looks over at you, and he says, "Ah, well, I hope you found your friend at the bar. Is everything going all right?"
Yeah, no, I found him. We had a
Oh.
couple of drinks and some food. The meatloaf was to die for,
Oh,
by the
I'm
way.
so glad to hear that. My wife makes a. Oh, it's killer.
Oh, so good. Did she come up with the recipe herself, or is it something
Yes,
that
that was her idea completely. I mean, the mashed potato nesting, that was all me, but the meatloaf itself, that was her.
Oh, my man, that mashed potato, oh, to die for. I
I
have to say, you're quite a talented man.
thank you.
So I couldn't help but overhearing, and I wasn't eavesdropping at all. Please don't get that idea.
Oh,
You mentioned Shinami, Leo
yes.
Shinami.
Yeah.
He's actually my best friend. We grew up together.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did.
That's
He
nice
didn't
of you.
yeah, he actually didn't, formally tell me about this dinner party, and
Oh, I'm sorry. That must be awkward.
yeah, it's a little awkward because I think it's supposed to be a little surprise party for me because it's my birthday today too.
Oh no! Was somebody supposed to get you, and you accidentally came here ahead of time?
Yeah, I think that might be the case.
Make a
So
persuasion check.
yeah,
That was my fault. Sorry. I was supposed to help him, tell him that. Just acting drunk. Very, very
Yeah.
drunk.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you advantage then.
all right, cool. Let me roll
I'll
with
give you
advantage then.
Yep. Yep. All right. So he looks over at you, and then he hears Scent over at the table and sees him, and he goes, Ooh, maybe he asked the wrong person to bring you to your surprise birthday party. Sorry
He,
about that.
it's okay. He's had a rough day, totally unexpected. Let's just say he and a close friend are going through some stuff right now.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not pretty stuff.
Well,
So,
I
is
mean,
it all possible that
I
like
can go
you could?
tell Leo. I can go tell him that his star guest has arrived, so they can get ready.
You don't have to tell him. Could you just show me back there? And I think it'd be more prudent if I just sort of showed up versus him being told. Keeps the surprise, right?
Yeah. 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 Actually, that actually probably works out better because if you just arrive, you're just, oh my god, here I am. What's going on? That's surprise in and of itself.
There you go. See?
All right. Uh, do you want me to walk you back there? Do you want to just go?
Yeah. You just show me the general direction to
Okay.
go. I think I'll be
Yeah.
able to
If
figure it
you
out.
if you walk around the right over there, go just right past Wendy. Double doors. You can't miss them.
Gotcha. Cool. I'm gonna bring my friend too, just so that way he's not left alone. Doesn't cause any.
Uh,
Doesn't accidentally cause any damage.
are you,
He's
are you
expected as
sure?
well.
Oh, he is okay.
Yeah. He was supposed to bring me. Remember?
Yeah, and he's like flipping through some pages on his sheet, and he's like, What's your friend's name?"
His name is he's one of the Amon twins. He's actually on the student council at the academy as well, the disciplinary committee, head of that.
Disciplinary committee. I don't see on the list. I wonder if he left it off. I think I might actually just have to go ask if he's expecting anybody from the committee.
I think he probably just forgot to leave him off, or it's still been so recent. Leo might have totally just forgotten to put his name down since the elections just happened.
That's true, and
So,
the elections did just come, and I know that. Well, actually, Victor's right here.
so it must have been a mistake.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
to
that
must
makes
have
I
been a
was to
mistake.
replace Victor, and
that
I
makes
just
sense.
yeah, it's fine.
All right. Well, have fun. It's your birthday. I'm sorry about whatever you're dealing with.
Hmm.
Try to,
Amen.
take a load off. The bottle's on me, okay?
Oh, you're too kind. Thank
No,
you, sir. Can I
please.
at least give you like at least some gold in just
Wh-
the
huh?
cover the cost?
He's like almost dumbstruck that you're offering him gold, and he's like, this is way too generous, sir. You don't.
Uh,
We
Give
don't.
him- Give him one for me as well. It's
Okay.
very kind of them. Yeah.
And how does 5 gold sound then?
Yeah.
Pretty-
I humbly
Please,
accept
I'm
your offer.
great. And then I'll go ahead and I'll hand off 5 gold to him.
Okay.
Just subtract 4. I'm gonna give you 1 back.
Okay, cool.
He's like holding it in his hands, and they're like shaking, and he's like, "Thank you.
Hey, consider it recompense
This is
for
literally
your amazing,
yeah,
your amazing hospitality and the amazing mashed potatoes.
that means a lot. Have fun. Get out of here."
Ah, thanks, man. All right, come on, buddy. Let's get back to the party.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
And I'll just like grab Sent's arm and put it around my shoulder and just kind of lift him, kind of playing it up a little bit, like he's really can't be on his feet.
Yeah,
until
just
Yeah.
cork the bottle, put it in his bag, put the book in his bag, very just drunkenly as he can. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So you can follow his directions and make your way to the back double doors that you were guided to. You walk just past Wendy at the bar, and she kind of nods you along and just points you towards the doors. And you
I'll-
can
Leave at her and be like, "Thank you," like mouth thank you.
arrive at the double doors. You hear what sounds like muffled voices coming from behind the door. Just general conversation, general talking happening. But nothing that's too obvious or, out of place. That's just like, what's going on in there? Just seems like everybody's just kind of vibing.
Okay, made this far.
Yeah, we did.
Should I actually just go in and play up the whole story I said to the proprietor, or
He,
I don't think I should actually say it's my birthday. That would give this whole charade away, but
I would say, if anything, saying that me being like intended for the list, but Victor's name was on there, it would make sense. And that I got you with. No, no.
yeah.
Maybe flip
Well,
it.
see what we can do. We could
Yeah.
also just choose to wait a second or
Okay.
two to see if we can't hear anything in particular before I make an entrance.
Let's wait until we're confronted at all. Yeah.
That too.
No need, no
So-
need to make a big entrance. We belong here.
Yeah, exactly.
I've been to plenty of stupid parties like this that involve a lot of bureaucratic people. Act like you belong, you'll fit right in.
Yeah, I managed to convince him it was my stupid ass birthday when it's not even close. So here we are. What else can I do?
It works. Yeah,
All right,
makes sense.
count of three, we go in.
Count of three, we go in.
Okay.
All
One,
right.
2,
Three.
3.
And you push the double doors open, and you see inside some people that you don't recognize. You see the Zested twins, the princess, sitting at a table with some other people that you don't recognize, but sitting at that table as well is Leo. And Leo stands up when he sees you, Cyrus, and his whole demeanor sort of changes. He looked like he was laughing and enjoying himself and just having a nice time, and he stands up when he sees you, and his face is that of like almost shock and unsureness. And he says, Cyrus said, well, hello, welcome to the party. We've been
Leo,
we've been expecting you.
how's it going, best buddy?
My brother. It is always a pleasure.
Yeah, likewise. I ran into Scent on the way over here, and we ran into the proprietor. We saw
Yes.
the fabulous Zested twins come in, and thought that there might have been a mistake. An invitation might not have been sent. We
Did
saw
you
pictures-
not get my invitation?
No,
The
it
both
must have-
of you.
No.
I
No,
am
it
see-
isn't.
I am so sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
This
it's
is a
fine.
complete and utter failure. All of my friends here, everybody, please. I've made a grave error. My best friend, my brother, Cyrus, was supposed to receive an invitation, and I failed on that part. And as your host of this dinner party, I must apologize as the new squire of the vice president of the student council of Anoasep. But we shall not let this detract from our wonderful nights. So we have a lot going on. And of course, we are joined by our newest head of the disciplinary committee, Sent Amon.
Hmm.
And I do hope all of you will get to know him very well.
While he's making that speech before he says my name,
Mhm.
can I just scan the whole crowd and kind of just see their perception of Cyrus and I while he's talking about us?
Yeah.
What would that be? I don't know. Would that be insight? Would that be perception? What would that be? I'm not sure.
I'll say because you're trying to read some of their faces, we'll call it insight.
Okay.
Pretty good. There's a lot of general confusion. Unsureness, worry on some people's faces, anger on others.
Hmm. The people who are angry, do I recognize them?
You do not.
Hmm.
But for some reason, they seem to recognize you. I mean, obviously, because you're the new student council disciplinary committee member. But that aside, they do know you.
Just language you don't know. Just shit. It was wonderful to see you all. This is one of my aides. You probably already know. This is wonderful friend Cyrus Blackwood. But it's good to see you, Leo. He's now one of my aides as well. He's a part of the committee too.
Ah,
Yes.
really? Fantastic. This is the most wonderful turn of events for us, Cyrus. We're finally getting to where we belong at the top.
Yeah, slowly but surely we're getting there.
I'm already looking for in the future, once I graduate, I already see a lot of potential for him to take my place as well.
Oh,
So it's wonderful.
you flatter me. You flatter me, Sent. I'm gonna put my hands behind my back and just hold them there, and I'm gonna have my fist balled up, knuckles
Mhm.
going white at what I'm saying, just biting my tongue.
All right. Well, Roland, would you come and show Mr. Amon to his seat? You're coming with me, Cyrus.
Oh, certainly.
Hmm.
Well, Sent. I guess I'll be seeing you.
We'll see you.
And someone walks over. He looks like a half-elven man. He's a lot shorter than you are, but he walks over and he says, "Hey, my name's Roland." He's one of the guys who was looking worried while he was looking at you.
How's he look now?
He looks more relaxed now that he's talking to you. What his worry was, you're not sure of, but it seems like he suppressed whatever emotions that was initial upon seeing you for the first time.
Just
in
a
this
big,
room.
big toothy grin, very relaxed smile just shows up on Sent's face. It's wonderful to see you as well, Roland. Correct? You hold out his hand.
Yes, Roland Lush. It's a pleasure.
Sorry, Dashing. Lush or Lush?
Lush. Lush.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it.
Mhm.
Wonderful to meet you, Roland.
Yes. Right this way.
Mm.
And he leads you to the very back of the room in kind of like a kitty cornered seat where they didn't fill because they didn't think anybody else was going to be joining them.
Mhm.
And it's pretty apparent when you sit there that it's like no one was really supposed to sit there. um but yeah, so you were shown to your seat. Cyrus, you are guided to Leo's table, who has a few faces that you don't know, as well as Artorias and Artoria are at that table. And Artorias looks at you and says, "I think that I know you. Where do I know you from?"
I believe that we had a run-in on the first day of the school year. I believe I
My
might have left
brother.
a bad impression. Yes, I might have left a bad impression.
Mm.
I had not fully understood the position that you were in, and I do apologize for what I said.
Hmm.
I can
Quite
speak a
so.
little out of turn, but I do apologize. And
No, think nothing of it. My brother's acts the same way, and I'm used to it. And you see Artoria kind of just slunch down onto one hand on the table and just says, "All you do is talk about that idiot." And Artorias kind of laughs and says, "I can't help but be proud of Avrif and everything that he does. He's a shining example of what a Prince of Zested should be."
well, I can certainly see what you see in him.
I'm sure you can. You are his roommate, I believe, as well.
Indeed.
Now, what is worrying me more is that I haven't actually heard from my brother in the whole 2 weeks that we've been here so far. Are you keeping him that busy away from me?
Your brother is, well, your brother. He, you know how he can be. It's not that I'm keeping him away from you, it's that he is keeping himself occupied with food and this fascination with training, and he's found a new friend that he's become quite close with. So maybe there's something there.
An unexpected development. Thank you for that information.
Of course. Happy to help.
All right. Now, Leo, back to business. Okay, I'm tired of this place already, and you've taken up enough of my sister and my time. What is this about? And Leo kind of starts to shudder when Artorias gets very much back to business. And Artoria kind of perks up when Artorias starts to do this as well, and she says, "Yeah, come on, Leo. Just get out with it already. You gathered up 16 of us in this room. What's going on?" And
I'll turn my
Leo
attention to Leo and look very earnestly.
looks at you, and he looks at the twins, and he smiles and says, "Of course, this is my rising occasion, my rise to the top, and I want all of you backing me in my corner, and that is why I have invited you all here, and my brother Cyrus as well. Now that Cent is on the council as well, we have more than ample opportunity to do everything that we require here. And it is unfortunate that Victor could not join us tonight or no longer be on the council. Thank God for that." And some people kind of nod in agreement and say, "Yeah, yeah."
You just hear in the background. You already have my vote.
Appreciate
This
it.
vote is my vote.
I appreciate it. So, it is time we all come down to business on the real problems at hand within this school. It is time for us, all of us, to stand up. I have been enacting a plan. I have been working on something, and Cyrus, he leans down and he says quietly to you, "I wasn't ready to talk with you about this yet, because I want to be 100% certain that this can work and will work for us to win for both of us."
Well, now that I'm here, what's there stopping us?
As long as we're together, nothing. And he stands back up. "We are going to oust Show Asuka. We are going to oust Ionos Valdred Kismet. And any of the other long-standing do-nothing student council. And we will make real change. We will bring light to the darkness. And save what is going so wrong in this world. And I need all of your help to do it."
And
And
what do you want to
he-
do first?
I have made my way into the good graces of Ionos, not without its own problems, as nobody has seemed to have done this so far, so I think that I'm already a leg up on a lot of the competition. And my political acumen can speak for itself on that end. But it's not enough. With the help of the Student Council Disciplinary Committee, which I trust that now that you have given me your vote of confidence and that you have arrived with my blood brother, Cyrus. I trust you, Sentamon. This is something that must be done. The Oscars have held power for far too long in this world, and it is time it ended. And Artorias kind of sits back in his chair, and he looks up at Leo, who is standing there giving this speech, and he says, "So, Prince of Shinami, you are suggesting that the Princess of Zested, the son of a cardinal, the son of a lesser-known noble in Osca, as well as plenty of other prince or princess, nobles, what have you, join your little crusade to flip everything. Artoria sits forward in her chair, kind of almost opposite of the way Artorius is sitting, and says, "This seems a little interesting. I'm glad we came. But you still haven't gotten to the point." And Leo kind of laughs and he says, well, I can't just come out and tell you all of my designs and plans because we would be here all night. But what you need to know and what is prudent right now is time. I can't do everything overnight and I can't do everything alone. I have compatriots already that have helped lay the groundwork on where we are now. They are not here with us tonight due to some unfortunate circumstances with the town guard, and that was their own fault. That is not a reflection on me or them, just an unfortunate circumstance that they found themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time doing the right thing. But do not let this detract you. This will not reflect poorly on any of you, any of your standings, any of your home country's views upon you. If anything else, this will further yourself in this world, in this time, and make sure that we leave a lasting stamp on history where we belong. And you hear somebody near you, Sen, just starts clapping lightly.
While that clapping starts, he's just gonna scan the room again, see who
Alright.
agrees, who disagrees, anyone he recognizes that may kind of just be, unsure.
Go ahead and make another insight.
Sure.
Okay.
Another 17.
Huge.
Consistency.
Yeah. What's that?
Consistency.
Yeah. So looking around the room, you do see that there are a lot of people agreeing with him. A lot of people in this room agreeing with him. There are still a few that are apprehensive, but nobody that you know super well are apprehensive. But you can also venture to guess that they might be apprehensive because of the topic that they're talking about. And then your eyes rest on Artorius, the only one so far to really speak to Leo about anything so far during his speech. Artorius his face looks a little torn. He looks like he is being convinced, but he's still not fully agreeing in his facial or how he's sitting with what Leo is saying. Not as much as Artorius seems to be.
Now, Leo, I think there is at least one question I think you could answer, if
Of
not
course.
enlighten everybody here.
Of course.
Who would you replace Sho with? Is there anyone you had in particular that you wished to replace him?
Yes. Artorius Zested. And Artorius, his chair sits forward, like slam on the ground. Excuse me, Leo? What? And Leo looks at him and says, yes. Artorius Zested, the future king of Zested. There is no better president that we could have than you.
Why? Because they're royalty?
No. Because of who he is. Because of how he acts. Because of his carefulness, his ingenious. Your mind is so much better. You are more charismatic. You are more forthcoming. You deserve this, Artorias, and I, as the vice president of the student council, will ensure that your rule as student council president does not go unhindered, and it does not go under scrutiny, as shows has thus far, wrought with corruption of past officials, of dodging elections, of anything. Artorias, this is the right move! And I know that you believe that this is the right move. And I know that the school year has just started, but I have been cooking this up for quite a while. And I think that my position right now is proof of that.
You just hear just a growling laugh in the background, like in the back of the room from Scent. He just holds his hand up and stands up.
Okay.
Just kind of just in front of his head, in front of his face.
Okay.
You and me, Leo, and now a few others, are a part of this council already, right?
Correct.
If you believe that we have corrupt people on the council, doesn't that include some of the members that were chosen that are on there now among us?
And these are the members that I wish to oust from this very establishment, sense. And you, of all people, replacing one of the most corrupt to be inducted, understand this, I'm sure.
And I do. However, I am decently close to Sho.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I speak to him about replacing these people without having to overthrow an entire group?
No.
Why?
Because corruption starts at the top. And if you tip off the hand, you cut off the snake.
Hmm.
Now, Leo, I think your plan has so much going for it. I truly do. And Artorias,
you.
I do hope that you don't take what I'm about to say in any personal offense. But what of this idea that instead of placing Artorias as the president, why not place him as the squire and somebody of, let's say, lesser standing as the figurehead? Someone, say, who isn't of as high political standing. It doesn't seem as suspicious that Artorias would become the new president. But as the squire, he seems less suspicious. And he can actually be the one to, I guess, make the true decisions, to uphold that justice without having a target on his back.
You watch
Therefore-
as Leo visibly shudders at the thought of a puppet that you were describing. And Artorias answers, I like this idea. I like you. I'm for that. We'll need to find
Leo.
somebody who is easy to bend. If we are going to enact that, Leo. You will take this role as student council vice president, but I'm willing to take a squire position. It still suits me just fine. And whether or not your plan goes up in smoke, I still will be the future king of Zested. So, it's of no consequence to me.
And who's it to say that we need somebody who is not aware of this plan, who's isn't aware of them being used? Why not have somebody we already know and trust? Somebody that we don't need to, say, convince. Somebody that we know we can place there, who's willing to be put there. Who you can trust to get the job done.
Leo looks down at you And he nods and he says, "You are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Blaine Ashwood."
I'm sorry, who's Blaine?
He is the current Treasury Department head.
Why him?
Because he is a member. A trustworthy member that I have known for many years. He has been going to this school for 3 years now, much like you, Artorias Artoria. But he is trustworthy, and he understands what must be done. He would make the perfect filling.
Well, I can concede to that. I don't think that's a bad idea. I don't know Blaine, and I trust your words, Leo. Would it not also seem suspicious if somebody else within the student council rose to take the position of president?
Absolutely not,
Why do you say that?
because it's experience. And what we need right now is experience, and I know that Blaine is not one of the corrupt. He is on our side. He is with us. Therefore, he is in the clear of being ousted, and it would not be out of the realm for someone within the council to have a lower position wish to move up to a higher position. All of us dream to be at the top, and I know that Blaine is one of them, and I know that Blaine would agree to this if he were here now.
Was there a particular reason why he couldn't join us this evening?
As I had mentioned before, he is caught up right now with doing the right thing.
Here.
Hmm.
And assuming there is a glass near me, I'll grab it
Yeah.
and I'll raise it.
Yeah.
And like, as a little cheers.
He nods and he looks around the room. Now, does anybody have any closing remarks? I know I've been talking a while, talking your ear off while you've all been eating. But the night is dragging on. It is getting late. And I know you must be all tired from your long Saturdays. So, why don't we conclude our meeting here? And I look forward to a very favorable reply from you all.
Here.
And Leo sits down next to you and he kind of slumps in his chair.
Sorry to put you on the spot, pal. Didn't mean that.
No, it's okay. I'm proud of myself for getting this out to as many people as I can. And his eyes are closed as he's talking, and he says, "I can see the vision, Cyrus. I can see it. We are so close. So close."
Does anyone start to leave yet?
People are starting to get up and leave, and they are walking kind of by Leo, and some of them are patting him on the back as he's sort of sitting there with his eyes closed, and they're saying, "Great speech. This was good. I'm in. I'm in." And Artorias and Artoria are the few that are among the few that are left in the room by the time most of the group leaves.
If there's an opening at the table with them, Seth's
Yes.
just gonna move over and sit.
Mhm.
Just join them. Just
Okay.
plop down. It was a wonderful speech.
His eyes open and they lock with yours. And he says, "Filling in for the disciplinary committee and getting that role is a huge boon for you. And to know that you are so well connected with my best friend, Cyrus, it means the world to me that you are also in my corner, Sent.
I trust my student.
I
And
trust my friend.
you.
What did you say, Cyrus?
And I trust you.
Mm.
And I also trust my blood brother.
Yes.
Mm.
And I know that a lot of this right now, it seems wild and idealistic, and Artorias at this point stands up and he says, very idealistic. I will be back to you with an answer within the next few days. You best be on the lookout, because I am not patient, Leo. And he walks away, and Artoria is still sitting there. She leans forward and she takes a better look at you, Cyrus. And she says, try not to get in over your head, kid. And she smiles.
Thank you for the kind words. I'm aware of what I'm doing. I think I'm quite capable, but I appreciate the insight.
I do like me a capable man. And she stands up and she turns around and walks away.
At this point, do they both seem on board with him?
Make an insight check.
Woo!
Oh, my Discord crashed.
Oh,
Hello?
You had your Discord crash?
Yup, Discord crashed.
It's all good. We stopped right when you crashed. Don't worry.
We heard the bloop and we're like, pause.
I literally found like one of the most cursed images. I'll put it in the fucking general chat. But like,
Oh,
I went
no.
to send this to somebody and Discord said no.
Oh my god.
What if we kissed inside the back seat of the mug bug?
oh my god. Anyways, unpause.
Unpause.
That's not what you put in your notes, Cyrus.
Mm-hmm,
I got that ping.
Uh-huh.
These are going to my
Okay.
private notes.
Yeah.
Can I roll perception to do I need to roll perception to see how many more people are left in the room with us?
It is, at this point, it is just you and Sent and Leo, as Artori Centauria were the last two to leave.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Leo real quick, and I'm going to say this. So, Leo,
Yes?
how can I fit into this? How can I help?
You are to become my squire. As I become the replacement for Ionos, you will replace me. I need you by my side, Cyrus, for all of this to work. It can't work unless we work together. And that was always the plan that we talked about for so many years.
But as great as I like that, what can I do now to help? To help further our ambitions, to help accomplish what we so desperately desire.
I'm handling most of Ionos on the background. And he starts to lean into you, so it's a lot quieter.
I can hear it, I'm guessing.
Make a perception check, because he is trying to keep it very quiet. Even though you are the only two in the room, he's trying his damnedest. It's a low DC, but still roll. Absolutely, you can hear.
Act like I don't.
Absolutely, you can hear.
Just leaned back,
Yep.
taking a drink, listening in.
Yeah. So, Stage Whisper, he says, I'm handling Ionos on the background. We don't need to worry about her anymore. I have her under control.
Control.
She is no longer a factor. She can't do anything any longer to either of us.
Just gonna lock eyes with Cyrus. Just knowing that I hear everything, just nodding.
Understood. And I'll glance back at Scent.
Hmm.
My eyes filling with anger.
Oh, it's mirrored.
I'm going to gesture with my eyes down to my chest, where I keep my key.
Is he? Can he see me right now?
Yes.
I'm just
Well,
gonna look down at-
wait, Leo?
Yeah, Leo. Can Leo see me like
No,
perfect? view?
Leo.
Okay.
Leo is like turned, speaking into Cyrus's ear, so he is not actively looking at you.
He's just gonna look down at his, and just kind of do like a little shrug, like yes, no. Just leave it at that.
Leo,
Yes. And he starts to back off and lean back in his seat.
I appreciate you.
And he smiles widely and says, I appreciate you. You've been there for me and my family my entire life. And I politics be damned. And, you know, we're going to take my country back. We're going to do it. And this might sound crazy to you, son. I understand. But we're changing things, Cyrus. We're doing it.
We certainly are. Isn't that right, Scent?
Hmm.
I'll just glance back at Scent.
Could also consider having stronger allies with Asuka as well.
Indeed.
Not just having me on the council.
Yes. A unified
Hmm.
country, a unified Shinami. But my ambition does go longer than that.
Hmm.
Atrios has been split for far too long. When I become king, I will reunify us.
All of Atrios.
All of it. We will be under one banner, one ruler. And I want you guys there with me, because I trust you. And it's a lot. It's a lot to take on just by myself. But I know we can do it.
Hmm.
Trust us to do what is the right thing to do. Right?
Yes. And we will stamp out any of those who are in the wrong.
I'm gonna let a smile creep on my face. You can say that again.
Just how soon do you want to act upon all of this?
Not right now. I've just gotten into my position with Ionos. I will need more time to get more on show. Blaine has been hard at work with Alessandra, digging deep into the treasury of the past of the school the last 300 years. Now, clearly, obviously, Show hasn't been in charge that long. But we are hoping that we can find something in the past that we can upend Show with.
Well, as I mentioned, I am closer than most council members with Shaw. Let me talk to him.
No,
Let me...
no.
No, I wanted to be as
I-
a interrogation or anything.
I'm not saying this because I don't want you to tip him off.
Hmm.
Let me take the lead. If I want you to talk with him, I will ask you to speak with him, and it will be very specific, and I will be there, so I can help you.
He trusts me.
And that's
Leo.
the problem.
Leo, I get what you're saying, but also from Show's perspective, I'm not sure you being there is going to help your case.
He's relaxed around me. When there's more than one person in a room, he tenses up. He puts on a facade.
Yes, I've seen it more times than I'd like to admit.
When it's just him and I, it's not like we're council members. It's like we're equals.
Very well. You know what? If you're pressed on this conversation, if you really wish to have this conversation with him, passive information only, please.
Of course.
Thank you. I trust your discretion.
More than anything, he will get more comfortable with me. I'm going to be trying to spend more time with him outside of, council business anyways. So
Yes.
maybe he'll let some things slip. Who knows?
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I've been trying to have Ionos do with him lately, but she has been more stonewalling on that end, which, has made me tighten the leash a little bit more than I'd like to. But it is of little consequence, and if I have your backing on this scent, it will make things easier to a two-pronged attack.
He's gonna look at Cyrus when he says this. Pain in his eyes. Ionos, unfortunately, from what I have seen, does not entirely know what she's doing, and a guiding hand may be the best thing to do, but I don't believe
A firm
at the
grip
moment. At the
on
moment,
a loose dog.
Hmm.
A firm grip on a loose dog.
At the moment, though, I'm not sure just your hand in assisting her is the best way. Maybe, I don't know, another hand. He looks back at Cyrus one more time.
Well,
Something to consider.
I asked how I can help. And Leo, you can't be everywhere all at once.
You're right. I don't actually know what she's doing tonight, because she wouldn't come.
Of course she wouldn't. You know how she is. Especially in the... I can imagine the situation you've put her in currently.
Yes, well... Makeup can only hide so much.
Yeah. I'm sure it can only hide so much of her anguish right now.
Very
Tell me
well.
about it.
I will consider this, Cyrus. I will. I promise. Give me a few days. I'll talk. Let's meet back up for drinks Friday, like we were planning to do, and
Yes, of
we'll talk
course.
more about it. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds good.
Sent.
Hmm.
Perhaps I will see you tomorrow. We can meet in your office.
Why not? Yeah.
Okay. I will see you then, and I will see you both when I see you. I really, really do appreciate this, and I appreciate you showing up, and I'm sorry that your invitations got lost. But this is a good turn of events.
I'm glad I
he-
came, Leo.
He stands up and he begins to walk out the door.
Leo, before you go,
Yes,
why not a hug for old time's sake?
of course. And he swiftly walks over and he bear hugs you and just squeezes you tightly.
Okay, that's okay.
This is nice. This is nice, Cyrus. I needed
Yeah.
this. I needed this.
Okay.
He's just
I
gonna
love you
place his
too.
hand on both their backs.
Yeah,
It's good to see wonderful friends getting along again.
of course. And he starts to let go and disengage the hug.
Okay. Have a good night, Leo. We'll talk soon.
Okay. And he steps back and leaves the room. And you two
Sent.
are alone.
Send, find me a trash can because I need to throw the fuck up.
Let's go for a walk.
Let's.
All right, so you can go for your walk. And we are going to take our break there because I need to get an ice pack for my back. It's killing me right now.
It's also been about time for a break.
Yeah, we're right at that break time. So I am very sorry, Vel. I did not mean to
Bro,
let
I'm
you
like
just
on fry.
kind of
dude.
sit there.
Margin.
Yeah,
I'm
it
being
just
the
the
this whole
scene
time. You are
the scene
fine, my
was
guy.
the scene was just rolling. So yeah, so break time.
Break time. Anyways,
Oh,
fuck it, though, he's not here.
right. So
Yes.
you guys have just concluded with your dinner party. Your political conversations for the night are seemingly over, that you know of. Cinna, hello.
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 Hey y'all.
Let's bring this back in time just a little bit. We're just gonna
So I'm just having a mental breakdown against a wall as everyone's
Mhm.
fucking partying and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just
So
is how it be, how it do.
some time does pass, Cinna,
Mhm.
and you are still in Bernie's room, but enough time has passed. And what you got going on? What's your where are you going? What you
Gonna
doing?
fucking leave her room because it's weird that I'm still in there. That I'm
Mhm.
now realizing.
Mhm.
I'm just
Fair.
gonna go sit in the courtyard and lay down on one of the benches. Start looking at the stars and shit.
Okay. Is that what you're gonna do with your night?
Yeah, that read probably pass the fuck out there. With fucking tear stains on my fur.
All right. Some time does pass. You do fall asleep to the sounds of the breeze against the trees and the rustling of the leaves. And sleep does eventually take you in the courtyard. It's silent, it's quiet, even though it's a Saturday night. Not without its, own melodies of drunkards or just wayward students making their ways about. Nothing that's out of the ordinary for school life. Some time does pass, though, and you laying there on the bench in the open airway of this kind of in between area. That's where you usually go, right? In between the cafeteria and the student council offices. Is your usual hangout? I'm assuming you're there.
Yeah.
Safe assumption. Okay. And while you were laying there, it is almost like you are being drifted through space, through time, lulling yourself as time is passing, and you hear what sounds like Bashaba distantly calling for you. Cinna. Cinna.
Just gonna say
Yeah.
like Bishaba? Like what?
I thought I was gonna have to be calling your name all night, darling.
Darling, you gonna make me blush. Sorry, Dashing.
Her physique starts to come into focus as she is sort of floating across from you along whatever path you are currently floating along in time and space. And she says, "You were in the palace, and you didn't do anything other than walk around and meet with that siren."
Are we really as cruel as we seem in that palace?
True cruelty, darling, and actual cruelty are different things. It's a matter of state, a matter of being. Some might say that I'm cruel, but I think I'm not. I think that I'm fair. I think that I do as I want, when I please, and some people might think that's cruel in and of itself. But I don't think that's the case. Do I think you're cruel? No. I think you are a person who wants to get things done efficiently and effectively, and that is why I chose you.
Then what do you... How do I word this? What do you, per se, think would be the most efficient way to get this palace situated and handled?
An interesting question. But I think you already know the answer, and I don't need to hold your hand through this, do I?
I mean, I'm never gonna say no to hand-holding, but...
Neither will I. But, all that aside, you do only have one path forward, darling. This is the reason why I gave you this power now. Not to say that I knew that your friend was having these misgivings, because I had no idea until you did. But you have the power. Use it. It's what it's there for. I'm here to help you and do what is right. I'm here to help you fix the balance and seal up this nasty little intruder in your world so we can go along of our lives and be happy. And it seems whatever misgivings and your breaker of the veil are causing your friend great discomfort. And we need to fix it.
Okay.
It might not seem like what I'm saying to you makes sense, because not all gods do make sense, darling. Trust me, I know plenty. We like to talk in circles and riddles and rhymes and blah 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 blah. Not me. I like to get down to the point. I like to get to the truth of the matter. And I know that you do too. So I'm going to tell you plainly. You could forego this palace. You could. But you may never see the full results as if you did the palace. It will be long, arduous, very tough. And it may never be the same. But with this power, you can, I'm not saying change things how you wish, but we can strike the heart of the matter. We can change the perspective of how she sees things, opening her eyes to the truth, because we both know what you saw in there wasn't the facts. That's not what happened. She's wanting to see that for some reason. So we need to help her. see what's real and what's not real. Where this disillusion of monsters came from, it likely isn't even your fault. Likely something or someone in the background is speaking poisons into her mind.
I understand. Thank you, my lady. I will see you in her palace soon.
Of course. Sleep well. And she reaches out and pats your cheek and kind of like brushes off some of the remaining wet stains on your fur.
Her tail kind of like starts to wiggle.
And she begins to fade from existence, and you slowly start to come to consciousness.
Fucking shit.
What you doing?
Oh, to scream in the void right now. Fuck, I don't even know where anyone is right now. Do you have a watch? Question mark.
It's getting pretty late. I'll say at this time, this is when the dinner party was kind of wrapping up.
Okay.
So Cent and Cyrus are still out and about in the city. Where were you guys heading after that?
Yeah, we're kind of
Just
just
so-
wandering and kind of just slowly making our way back to the
Okay.
academy, just kind of in that general direction.
No particular rush. Sort of
Yeah.
just processing everything we just went through.
Okay.
Probably gonna take a couple hours for us to get back.
Okay.
Mhm.
Easy enough.
Drinking, hanging out, talking.
Just bro stuff.
So with that in mind, it's easy enough to say that you won't be able to find either of them.
Thanks, guys.
We're not getting back till
So,
probably about 3, 4 in the morning,
yeah.
most likely.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna go to the training grounds and
Okay.
considering she doesn't sleep much to begin with, probably just let out some steams, maybe run a few laps and shit.
Easy enough. There's training going pretty late, so it's easy enough to hop into a training. Not enough to give you a benefit
Mhm.
of taking part, but just enough to blow off some steam.
I didn't know you could run around and shit as part of a training exercise. Damn.
Learned something
you,
new
Cricket.
today.
Just
So,
yeah, that, and then once that party's over, she just starts fucking running laps till she just
Okay.
can't anymore.
Yeah.
Even if she has to
Easy
fucking run on
enough.
all fours, she's just going.
just going full tilt. Eventually you will exhaust yourself.
Yep.
Are you just sleeping out on the track? Like, are you going back to your room?
Yeah. Your room.
Okay. So easy enough to go to your room and find solace for the night. You still do get back to your room and pass out before Scent returns with the idea
Yeah.
that he's coming back at 3, 4 in the morning. So, Scent, Cyrus.
Hmm.
Drinking, talking, hanging out, kind of meandering, post-dinner party, taking in everything that's happening. You begin to arrive back at the academy. It's late, probably around like, I would say 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, like you mentioned. It's very, very late. It seems like most of the school has gone to bed already, and you're kind of like some of the remaining night owls that are degenerate hours of just hanging out.
Let's go.
Are you guys just going to bed? What are you guys up to?
Kind of just walking through the courtyard. Just an observation. Is Show's light on still? To his room or to his office?
There's a very dim light in the room. that is on.
Good to know. Yeah. See you tomorrow.
Oh yeah. We got a lot to talk about with everybody,
We do. My head's
especially
gonna-
since good old Leo is coming to see you at your office tomorrow. We got a lot to talk with him about too.
Oh,
Or at
my
least
head's
you.
gonna feel great. It's fine.
Oh, sleeping a little. He didn't say what time, so
True.
sleeping.
Yeah,
All right.
lots to talk about.
And thanks.
No, I needed this as much as you did. Something to distract me from what happened. But I can't forget about that either.
Of course. I want you to know something. I was this fucking close to whipping out my key and just going into his palace.
We don't need to take out our keys anymore. We could have just gone right there.
I don't care. That's how angry I was.
We need to be together.
I know. That's why I kind of was holding back a little.
We need to learn more about him first before we can chip away at this. I know you know a lot about him, but I spent some time in the library the other day, and I have a rough idea of like if it's going to be at all like the Shinami Palace. I know my way around.
Well, go rest up. Hope your hangover's not too bad.
Yeah, it's going to be awful. I'm looking forward to it.
Should we
Good.
meet anywhere particular? Just the cafeteria around lunch?
If I'm not there, the
I'll find
council
you here.
courtyard. Council courtyard, maybe.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'll wander.
Night Cyrus.
Next time.
Okay. So, Sent, you head back to your room.
Is Cinna passed out? She's still not asleep on the
She
bench, right?
is she is passed out in her room.
Okay.
So easy enough. You walk back into your room, and she looks like hell sleeping. It's like a whirlwind of, like a hurricane, just hit her, like just unkempt hair, just like dirty as shit. Looks like she had just worked the fuck out of herself, and just went and just bonk right into bed.
No blankets over her or anything.
No, just like face first.
He's just gonna just plop next to her on the bed, just sit down and just kind of straighten her out a little bit. Without waking her up, just gently straighten her out, straighten her hair.
Okay.
Put covers over her.
Easy enough.
And I'm going to bed with a bucket next to me.
Smart. Make
Passed
a
out.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh!
Yeah, you used that bucket tonight.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
Ugh.
Spinning room and all.
Yeah, that
So-
tracks. As quietly as I can, so she can still sleep.
Yeah. That's as quietly as you can, yeah.
Yeah.
Cyrus, you begin heading back to your room. Back to the first year dorms.
Yeah.
You enter that similar hallway where you always go to, and you go to put your hand on the doorknob, and you hear a footstep behind you. Welcome back, Master Cyrus.
Can you not do
Coming-
that?
Coming back a bit late, are you?
Yeah, it's been a day. I know it's super late and all, but could you not scare the shit out of me, please?
It is one of my favorite pastimes to do this to you and the young master.
I know it is. But yes, I'm back for the evening. I appreciate you coming to check on me, if not scaring the life out.
Yes, well, I did stay up so I could pass along some news to you. So you should be grateful that I did so. And he
News.
smiles. Yes. Well, Master Avrif did ask me to go skulking about, as you know. And in my many adventures that I have had in this school thus far, this has been the most exhilarating. I have had the utmost pleasure in meeting the Student Council Vice President, Ionos Faldred Kismet IV, on this night.
Ionos.
Yes,
Tonight.
tonight.
And?
She left me something for you, and I had put it on your bed already.
Thank you.
Yes. Have a good night. And he just steps back into the shadow, and it's like he just disappears. Even though you know he's like right there, it's like, where did he go?
Thanks. God, he's creepy.
You just hear a voice kind of further down the hall. No problem.
Yeah. Damn it. Just go into my room.
Okay. Easy enough. So you go into your room, and sitting on your bed is Ionos' diary.
What? Why would she? I'll go to open it and investigate it.
Okay. Looking at the cover, it looks identical to the one that you pulled out of Victor's Palace, and you almost have to like double take yourself and think like, did I accidentally leave that one out? Is this the real one? But upon touching it, you can tell with absolute certainty that this is her real diary.
Okay. Oh.
And are you looking at it?
Let's read. It's
Okay.
there.
So you open up the first few pages and you can tell that the very early entries into this diary have been very carefully removed. Looking further in, you see a lot of starting of writing and then crossing out, and then more writing and crossing out. And it's not so much somebody trying to figure out like how to start a sentence, but just like somebody practicing writing and just screwing up and just Xing it out, kind of like, you know, a kid would.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts to get more legible as you go on, and it's kind of just nonsensical conversations that she's had, just different things that she's doing during the day, daily activities, people from home talking about the Pontifex, talking about you in a more favorable light, talking about some of the cardinals and her conversations with them. And then it gets to a point where there are two pages that seem like they're stuck together.
Okay. Well, I'm already here. Let's keep investigating.
Okay.
Let's see.
Are you trying to pull that page apart so you can read?
Yes.
Okay. Easy enough. It seems more like that this page was just kind of stuck together on accident because it's freshly written.
Mm.
But it is written with very distinct crimson-like ink. And you begin to read the following passage, which I will send to you so you don't have to write this down or whatever. I'll send this whole
Okay.
passage to you.
And I shall read it aloud.
Oh, do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
I'll read it. Yeah, I'll read it
Okay.
out loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. I
Thank
just
you.
put it in your notes.
Thank you.
Life has been a whirlwind with you back in it. I truly thought the last time I saw you at home would be the last. I don't know what I can say or do that will ever make the things I did okay, because they're not. Just felt so cornered for so long. I don't feel like me anymore. I'm so conflicted inside. There are different parts of me in control all at the same time, and I'm losing grasp on what is real anymore. Seeing your shining face again after so long has given me clarity, as well as brought me to an edge of uncertainty with the other parties in play. Your roommate's butler is confident he can get this to you without anyone finding out. There's one thing you need to know that I have been afraid to tell you. What Mother is trying to protect us from. The royal family knows, they all know and have for a long time, about me, you, Mother, and Father. Part of me is screaming at me to tell you to run away from here and find a quiet place away from all this to live peacefully like you deserve. But the other part of me needs you in my life. No matter what, I will do whatever it takes to protect you, even if I don't know who I am anymore. Ionos. What the fuck is going on? Damn it, Leo. God damn it. I'm gonna raise the diary in my hand as if I'm about to throw it, hand shaking. And I'm gonna stop myself and just let my arms slump back down.
Yeah.
I know what I have to do. I'm going to figure out everything. I'm going to stop you, Leo. I'm gonna find out who the hell I really am in all of this. And why the hell you decided to make my life hell. I'm gonna just punch my pillow.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put the diary on my nightstand, assuming I have one.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
just try to go to bed.
Okay.
Tears streaming down my cheek.
And so you do. And all of you can go ahead, take your long rest. As night comes and takes you all, and morning comes the next day. Cyrus, you wake up and Avrith is still asleep in his bed. He's been snoring loudly that has started to rouse you from your own slumber. And he shows no signs of waking up anytime soon. But you are awake.
What else is new with him? About what time is it, roughly?
It's probably like 8, 9 a.m. at this point, I'd say. You've gotten a
Okay.
solid, I'd say like 5, 6 hours of sleep. I'm not going to penalize you for not, taking the full 8 hours for a long rest, but you're tired, but you got rest.
Oh, it's too early for scent. He's probably still knocked the hell out. Well, let's go get stronger. I'm gonna go stop by the cafeteria for a quick breakfast, and I'm gonna go train at the train ground.
Okay. Easy enough to do. Make me an athletics or acrobatics, whichever stat you are working on more for the training.
Make my athletics check.
Cool.
Wabam.
Not bad. All right. So
Oh wait, no.
you
Sorry, totally forgot. We're
oh,
supposed to go on a marathon today.
you were, which that still carries.
Cool. Just want to
I'll,
make sure. Just
I'll
want to
still
make sure.
carry that. Yeah, it's a hard. I mean, it's a hard marathon, but you still, you somehow managed to get through it. It does take you a little bit of time to run that far. Cinna sent. You eventually do rouse to consciousness, probably closer to, I would say, 11 in the morning, just from the previous night's exhaustion levels and activities. Smells like a little leftover alcohol in the room is lingering, starting to stench the room.
Cinna's gonna fucking sneak out because she don't want to smell that, and she's just gonna get breakfast and go train and run.
Okay, are you joining the marathon?
Probably.
Okay, you're joining a little late, but you can still take part. So go ahead, athletics, acrobatics, whatever you're trying to, mode of running.
14.
All right, huge.
Which is great
I'll
because
let you
that's
beat me this
technically
time.
her weak point.
Yeah. Cyrus, you did start the run a little sooner, but so you do finish sooner than she does, but she is not far behind you when you are done, and it is actually a little surprising. It's like, whoa, when did you even start running? Kind of deal. So yeah, you guys can do that in your morning time. Sent, you do eventually stir from your slumber, a little hungover. Your head is hurting. You just got done puking again.
Yeah, he's gonna go and take care of that bucket for
Mhm.
sure, and probably go to the cafeteria. Probably grab like a salad and a granola bar or something,
Something like
and
that.
then yeah, something like that. He's not gonna go out with them and do training or whatever. He's just gonna go into the courtyard and just do like just basic, just alone time training, just the simple push-ups, sit-ups, etc.
Okay.
Just in the middle of the council courtyard,
Okay. Easy enough.
just for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, so by the time you're kind of done with all of that stuff, Cyrus and Senna are starting to return from their run. Gage does approach you in the kind of courtyard area, Sent, seemingly coming out of from nowhere, and he says, "Ah, Master Sent, I was just looking for you. Master Avrif has told me that he has a stomach ache, so he will not be taking part in today's activities for now."
Even with my keen ears, not being able to hear you is so fascinating.
I am
Thank you
quite
for
deft on my feet.
Thank you for the message.
Indeed. Now I must go attend to him, and you have a little something in your fur. And he turns around and walks away.
Oh, I hope it's salad dressing. He just wipes it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's comes right off your face, easy enough.
Ah, fuck.
And by this time, Cyrus and Cinna, you come back to the academy proper. A little worn out from your run, but you do find Sense finishing up his own sort of set of morning, just kind of wake up exercises. And you guys are together.
Remind me to not agree to go on a marathon anytime soon again.
You're fine.
With your brother in particular.
The difference is we were drinking last night. Forget about all that shit that just happened. Speaking of, what time is it right now? It's probably like what, little afternoon?
It's getting towards like 12:30, 1 o'clock. Yeah. You guys had a late start to your Sunday.
My room or the office, Cyrus?
The office. He's expecting to see you there, so why not?
No,
lie
I
in
meant
wait?
to get Cinna up to date. You know.
Oh, I know what you meant.
Well,
Stand
if
by what I
someone is
said.
expecting you in your office, go have fun. I'm gonna go get a protein bar.
I'll come with you.
I need food. But then you're also coming with us.
Yeah, inform her of
Why
what
am
happened
I
last
no?
night.
Why am I no? I'm not joining your meeting.
No, you're not joining us for the meeting. You're joining us there so that we can catch you up on what the fuck happened last night. Because, oh my god, a lot happened.
A lot happened when I left. A lot.
Long
What,
story
you threw
short,
up in a bucket. I smelled it this morning.
long story short, I found him, we drank a little, saw some suspicious things happening, investigated, and now we're kind of involved with a coup d'etat.
Does she know what that word means?
Yes.
Okay.
You were involved in politics from when you were a small lion
yeah,
pup.
I just wanted to double check because I kind of wanted to look at
You-
him like he was an idiot.
You 1,000,000% know what the word coup d'etat means.
Thank you. I was gonna pull a funny moment, but I'm just gonna stare at them both like they're idiots.
I'm going to go do some work. Can you bring me a salad or something, Cyrus?
Say less. Alright,
Thanks.
You
Senna,
have something
come
on your fur, by the way. And she turns around.
I
to go to
thought
the
I got it
cafeteria.
off.
Senna, just leave him be. Let him be. He'll wash up. Come on. Let's get your food and let's go meet him back at the office.
There's a fucking mirror in the office.
There is, yeah. You have plenty of mirrors that you can use.
Taking care of that shit before I get to work.
Easy enough. You walk in. Nobody is on duty right now. So you do have to use your key, your keys to the office to open up and, set up shop and stuff like that. But easy enough.
Yeah, just work until Lee shows up, I guess, or until they show up.
They show up first, Cyrus and Cinna. So you guys went to the cafeteria, and you got yourselves a protein bar, some breakfast, some lunch-ish foods. And then your heading is to the student council disciplinary committee. Was there a conversation you guys wanted to have along the way, or are we just...
She's literally getting a protein bar, getting a salad, and just going back to the office.
Awesome. Easy
Just gonna,
enough.
just gonna follow behind, just cause I have to.
Absolutely easy enough. So you get there to the disciplinary committee office, and Scent is sort of just now finishing up, just like cleaning his fur, making sure there's no residue left over. And Scent, you're not even sure who's walking through the door, but you hear the door open as you're sort of like pulling like one last like dried piece of you don't even know what out of your fur.
Yeah, his eyes dart to the door, just preparing himself.
Yeah, and you see Cyrus and Cinna.
Salad bitch delivery service, and she drops the salad on his desk.
By the way, you
Ew.
missed a spot.
No, I
It's like
didn't.
right there, and she points in a very non-descriptive area.
No, I'm gonna point like directly, like it's like right underneath your eye.
Really? Because
It's
there's
like
also some over there, and she points to another spot.
Then clean it yourself. I'm done.
not fucking
I-
touching you, barf bag.
I'm also not fucking with you. I'm being genuine. She's the one fucking with you.
Leo will be here soon.
Why? What? Why?
So, you know how I said we're involved in a coup? Well, Leo wants to overthrow the entire student council and put Artorias, or better yet, the head of the treasury, in as Show's replacement, and have Artorias run things
Ugh,
as the real president of
I'm
the student
sorry,
council.
head of the treasury. Why that scumbag specifically?
Because Leo said he understands what needs to be done. He is one of the good ones, I guess you could say.
There's nothing good about that guy.
Well, talk to Leo about it then, because he thinks otherwise.
I don't
But then
know.
again, I don't even know who the fuck my best friend is anymore.
I was about to say, I don't even fucking really know who Leo is, other than that your whole situation with him. And she like does weird arm circles towards Cyrus.
Weird situation, I'll mirror her. But
Yeah, so we went out to get drinks, saw Avraf's siblings, the Zephrid twins, or Zestid twins, whatever the hell they're called, and managed to get into their little dinner party, much to Leo's shock, but we managed to get in on his little plan. He, in the grand scheme of things, wants to unite the entire continent under one ruler, that being him. Because he, like I told you, wants to put the royal family Shinui back in power. And he plans on overthrowing the student council, particularly Sho, for him being too lax, and bring a new generation forth of people who know what needs to be done. And that's his phrase of the fucking millennia. He wants to put me and him on the top, which I find ironic considering he wants me as his squire when he's going to just stay as the vice president.
She's like rubbing her temples, sitting on Scent's desk now. Like crisscross applesauce on the desk, just rubbing her temples. She's like, what the actual god fuck did you all agree to?
We are only agreeing to this so we can get more information to stop this shit from happening. Because, big thing, we learn more about what Leo's really trying to do, and not by us being more involved, we get more information. That's why Leo's coming to see Scent today.
Big thing, all we need to do is shove a key in his heart.
Well, you're right, but shut up.
This
The
whole
more-
charade is
the more
just
we
you
know-
learning info for no reason.
The more
No
we know,
reason? Excuse
better.
me, no reason? I learned this man has been lying to me, my best friend, someone I considered my fucking brother, has been lying to me for years. You think I don't want to learn more information now? Figure out what he's actually trying to do, see who else is involved? So we can stop his plans? We change Leo's heart? That's not going to guarantee everything else is just going to go hunky-dory.
keep it down just in case he comes in. But
Fine.
you're right.
I'm sorry.
also
hold on.
change-
You are also not the only person who's having best friends issues.
I
They've been
understand.
lying their entire fucking life. Because
Scent told
our
me.
Caesars is fucking abusers. Yours is an abuser.
Look, I'm not here to argue about whose trauma is bigger right now, okay? We're all going through shit right now. And Scent and I talked a little bit last night. I think Leo deserves a little more priority. Because he poses an immediate threat to the school and also to the fucking continent.
You have a way to fucking solve it, so do it. She's gonna storm out of the office.
Senna! Fuck.
I'm sorry. I know it's probably my fault too, but damn.
No, you're right, though. Both sides are right. And that's the problem.
You want me to go after her? So you and Leo can have a private conversation. I assume I wasn't included in that.
Come back as soon as you can.
I will.
Hmm.
And I will follow after Senna.
Okay. Following this train, you walk out. Cinna, where are you going? What is your
Back
heading?
to the training grounds.
Okay, you start
She's
heading back to
pissed.
the training grounds, pissed out of your mind. Cyrus, easy enough to catch up to her. She's, just full bore, full one way. It's easy enough to follow her tracks of mayhem as she goes through the halls.
Now that the work is done, he's just gonna go sit out in the courtyard waiting for Leo.
It's quite
Okay.
the intimidating sight, just seeing an angry lion speed by.
Yeah. So, you won't get to leave the office, so I'm just precursoring that.
Mhm.
I will get back to you.
Sure.
So Cyrus, you follow Senna to the training grounds.
Is Senna actively just training at the moment, or is Senna just there?
I mean, she arrives and then you arrive, so it's
Okay.
like,
She arrives, beelines to go beat the shit out of a dummy.
there you go.
Cool, thank you. I'll approach. Senna, look,
I'm sorry. Okay? You know, I'm pissed out of my mind too. And I'm sorry I let it out on you too. I can only imagine what you're going through.
You've done it to me 2 days in a row. I've had people beat me 3 days in a row now for their own fucking problems. She's gonna punch it to where she almost knocks the dummy over. I'm done trying to help people fix things just for them to beat the crap out of me. I give you a genuine and efficient solution. But no.
Sen said it best. We're both right. We just want different things out of this. Out of our own situations. And you know what? Words are only gonna get us so far. Why don't we train together? Spar, one-on-one.
So
Best
you
way
can
to know how
beat
we
the
truly
shit out
feel.
of me again. Perfect.
No. That's not the reason why. Words can only accomplish so much. Why not let our actions do the talking? And we'll truly understand what we're feeling.
So
So?
I restate what I say again, so you can beat the shit out of me again.
No. I don't do this to intend to beat the shit out of you. I do this to understand you better. So? You gonna pass on the chance to beat the shit out of me instead?
I think you misunderstand the phrase actions speak louder than words, and she starts to walk away.
Cinna! I'm sorry. Genuinely. Okay? I know I fuck around a lot. And I still have a lot of shit to work through too, but I'm sorry if I've taken any of it out on you. I understand that your pride's been hurt. You're going through a fucked now.
This isn't a matter of my fucking pride.
Well, you're making it seem like it is too. I understand what you're saying, but also at the same time, it can't all be about you.
I'm so sorry if you ever thought for a second that I was this fucking selfish.
I'm not calling you selfish.
I haven't
That's
done
why
a
I just
single
wanted to
thing for
spar.
myself since I've ever stepped foot in this fucking school. Everything I've done for myself, I get arrested for. I sit here and I go to help people, and they quite literally send me to the fucking infirmary. If this was a matter of pride, I'd be chasing after show trying to become president. If this was a matter of pride, I wouldn't be here.
Well, why don't you take your own advice then? Go do something for yourself. But don't do it alone.
She's very done with this conversation. He's just leaving.
All right. What is your current heading?
Literally anywhere except for where Cyrus could possibly even want to go.
Okay. So you just walk off in a direction. Cyrus, where are you going?
One sec, sorry.
Mhm.
Well, I'm going to go to the nearest dummy
Mhm.
Punch it with every fiber of my fucking being.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna do that for 15 minutes, then walk back to the disciplinary committee office.
Easy enough. So, Sent.
Hmm.
You watch as Cinna storms out, and then you had that quick conversation with Cyrus, and then he shortly makes his way out. And just as you're, finishing up your last little paperwork that you have for the day, you hear a knock, knock, knock on the door.
I'll go answer it.
You answer, and Leo is there. Ah, is now a good time.
It's great timing. Just finished what I was doing.
Perfect. So, may I?
Just sidesteps. Lets him in.
Thank you. And he walks in and he takes a seat at your desk,
All right.
like on the opposite side. He's not
I was
sitting
about
like
to say, I was like,
no. No,
He
on
goes
the
sits-
on the opposite side. Yeah,
Okay, I'll go sit at his desk. Yeah.
I recognized how I said that, and then I was like, not
I
at
was
your
about to
desk.
say,
Like,
motherfucker, what?
yeah, no, he does not take
Quoted,
your
question
seat.
mark?
Yeah, he does not take your seat.
Yeah. I'll take
He lets
mine.
you sit in your seat, but he sits in the guest seat
Mhm,
at your
mhm.
desk. That's what I should say.
Yeah.
And he crosses one leg and he's sitting up very proper and straight, and he's looking you up and down as you sit down across from him.
Yeah. Arms crossed, kind of just leaned a little bit back, just kind of eyeing down his nose
Hmm.
at Leo.
Now,
So,
yes, to business. Let's not make this any longer than it needs to be. The information that I need, the information that I want, is very prudent to getting our wings off the ground, so to speak. If you wish to be on the ground level of that end, which I think you are in a very advantageous position to be in, Sent, I just ask you to do so with the utmost control.
Hmm.
I had a conversation with Blaine about your recent indignation with him. That has been cleared up, and I am glad for that. And Blaine is already past it and ready to accept you into the fold with open arms.
Hmm.
With that in mind,
What's
you
the
did
next step forward?
say last night I had your vote.
As of right now, yes.
And I intend to keep it that way.
Well, what do you want from me, then?
What I want from you is what I asked you last night, although last night you were a little more in the bag than you are right now.
Some stuff happened before showing up, but I'm put together now.
As I can see, and quite a masterful presence indeed.
Mhm.
Now, with clearer heads that to prevail, I will once again implore to not have a conversation with Cho on the back burner just until I can get a little further in with Ionos to get us a little more comfort within this council. We need to be perfectly nestled in so we don't get bumped out.
Hmm. Out of anybody that's going to stay and not be bumped out just for talking to him, you're looking at probably the best one. I've already had, the occasional headbutt with him, and we've come to very good understandings and are on essentially the same wavelength for the most part, save for some of the what's the best word for it? The lack of action that he participates in.
Exactly.
I am already looking to change that from what I've spoken to him about. Action is already being taken towards people What started with Victor will start with others.
Then you are already on this path. I'm so glad. You don't understand how elated I'm feeling at this. I knew this was the great idea. Knew it. Knew this was the right path, and I must be truthful. I was unsure about whether or not to send you an invite to that party, which is why you did not truthfully get one.
I'm new. I understand.
Yes.
While he's doing this whole speech, can I kind of just look at him? How crazy does this fucker look?
Make an insight check.
He just how just like
There is like an air about him that is just screaming at you that this guy is somewhere inside of him is unhinged.
bit manic.
A little bit, yeah.
Things will get done. And I have my ways of doing it. He trusts me. But there are a few people in this committee that don't need to stay. But others that do. For sure.
Yes, and we are rooting out those that are fit to keep their positions, and those who are not. You obviously will keep your position should you continue to prove yourself an asset, a very valuable one, which you already have in fold. And you have my utmost confidence, and you also have my best friend Cyrus's confidence as well.
He's been a fantastic student for me, and now he's a great aide. It's wonderful to have him by my side. Yes.
And I intend to nurture that, and I will apologize in advance when we oust Ionos and I take him from you, but it will be advantageous more so there than here.
What of maybe solidifying relations with, I don't know, say, Momon?
In what way?
My sister has goals as well. I don't know how she wants to pursue them. I will not speak for her, but might be someone to look into, but maybe in time, maybe down the line. She wants to be as set forward by someone that I can't disclose.
I understand.
She wants to, possibly be on the council as well in some way, shape, or form. Possibly in a more leadership position.
There is no shortage of help that we cannot accept.
Hmm.
I can assure you of that. We are more than happy to bring in your sister into this fold as well, but before we do that, I must ensure that she is trustworthy, as you say. And believe me, I trust you, I trust Cyrus, but I have my own ways about rooting out whether I can trust someone or not.
And you trusted everyone in that room last night?
I've done my fair share of background digging to know that they were the prime candidates to be a part of that meeting.
And they were all for your speech last night?
There were a few that I need to work on,
Mhm.
but it will not be an issue.
As we say in my country, actions do speak much louder than words. So I
Indeed.
hope to see the results. And you'll see results from me.
Good. I'm very happy with how this conversation has gone. And at this time, Cyrus, this is when you are returning to the office. And Leo is beginning to stand up, and he... Are you just walking in, Cyrus?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in, and Leo turns and looks, and he sees you, and his eyes light up, and he says, "Ah, we were just speaking of how great you are, Cyrus. And here you are. It's like your ears were on fire from my burning intuition."
Please, it's just pure coincidence. You're gonna give me an ego.
He's just gonna look at Cyrus and just shake his head. No.
Was I interrupting your discussions?
Not at all. We were just finalizing a very favorable partnership. And Leo turns to you and holds out a hand to you, son.
He holds it out. Doesn't go for his hand. Just
Okay.
holds it out.
He will finish up like the rest of the way. Like he doesn't wait for you to come to him. He goes to you and shakes your hand.
He just grips very hard on Leo.
He seems a little unperturbed at your grip.
Actions speak louder.
And we shall see the results of these actions. And I look forward to your results as well. Cyrus. And he's letting go of the handshake and he's turning to you now, Cyrus.
Yeah.
It was always nice to see you.
Likewise.
But I must go catch up with Ionos. I have left her alone for far too long.
Yeah, you do that.
Oh, well.
Make it sound like you're her guardian.
Oh, no, please. Like I said last night, firm grip on loose dogs goes a long way.
In that case, why don't you go take care of that loose dog?
I plan to.
Yes,
And
he just
he-
puts his hands behind his back when he says that.
And he leaves the room and closes the door behind him.
Sent. I'm gonna give to the count of 5, and then can I punch the wall?
He's just gonna hold his hand out. It's bleeding now from him digging his nails into his hand. By all means.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just punch the
Five.
wall.
You punch the wall with such force, and it makes a very loud banging noise. And then suddenly, all of you, no matter where you are in the school, you feel what is the sensation of an earthquake. Just a quick jostling of the school.
He was strong, but not that strong. What the fuck?
I didn't. That wasn't me, was it?
That
hope
wasn't
not.
you.
A few more seconds pass, and another.
I don't like the sound of this.
Front gates?
Is front gates? Are earthquakes normal around here?
Yeah, are they normal around here, actually?
They aren't. They are not.
To the front gates. Grab your weapon if you have it near you. We're going. I'm concerned.
Yeah. Let's do that. Oh, and no Clarissa win.
She can handle
So-
herself.
She can. She just wants nothing to do with me right now.
Worry about that later. Front gates.
Yep.
Yep.
Front gates.
So you start heading towards the front gates. Cinna, you go off in wherever the hell you went to get away from Cyrus, and you also feel that one shake, and then a few seconds pass, the second shake, and you also know earthquakes are not common in this area.
in the
What are you doing?
fuck? On alert, she starts sprinting to the front area. Or
Okay.
like wherever she can find a gathering of people.
Easy enough. People are kind of like freaking out right now because they're like, "Oh my god, it's an earthquake and this isn't normal. Let's all get safe." So like people are starting to make their way to like different areas. Easy enough. You guys all reconvene. Even Avarif is running out there now with you guys, all meeting up, and you see Komi and Chemo hurriedly kind of like jumping into the door to Istis's plane as
How
you
did-
guys are approaching.
How did they look when they were running in?
They looked nervous, afraid almost. Like, what was that? Because that wasn't outside. That was something different. You could almost tell innately that whatever happened wasn't natural.
Istis,
So,
Yep.
you moved to the funny door.
Okay. So you move to the funny door, the group of you, and you are going in.
Yes.
Okay. You go on in to the Cloud Catacombs. You are standing as a group on the platforms, on one of the platforms. And you can look and visibly see the usually greenish, cloudy skies are alight with bright pink and tears. As you are watching as Istis herself is starting to repair whatever damage has just occurred. And suddenly you see falling from the sky a person.
Is he like somewhere we can like catch him?
She is far away, but she is
Sent it.
falling slower and slower.
Beelining it to the person where
Scent
they're
is gonna
falling.
cast Misty Step and get right underneath them.
They are a little further. The Misty Step will get you because that's only 30 feet.
He'll use it to get
Um,
further and just
yeah.
sprinting.
I
Yeah.
will dash.
Use all of his spell slots. Get there.
Running full tilt. You can get there as
Catch
she is slowly descending. And that's where we're gonna end game tonight.